Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Eador Masters of the Broken Worlds with no fair fight. We're about to break Stenriya's neck, but we have a problem. We must prepare for the next shard already, and that means we need another hero. We could either go for a warrior to transport our troops or a scout. The main problem is I don't know which kind of world I will go to, so I will sell all the items because I'm not taking any items with me. Why? Because let's think for a moment that you would transfer the items, which will cost enormous amounts of energy compared to that what troops would cost you. What will happen? Well, of course, these items will get damaged, and then you'll have to pay for the repairs, and you actually cannot do that for items that are that good. So, we're not taking any items to the next world. We're just taking a warrior. We're selling all the stuff. That should give us enough money for 2 tries of heroes, and it's either a scout or a warrior. A scout would be more beneficial because he can bring skills like scouting, which increases our exploration rate, but his close combat abilities will be horrifically bad. We could go for a warrior who would hit harder, but then again, well, a warrior can operate faster alone, so we take the warrior. And we got someone who is absolutely useless, because that is an absolutely useless skill. Now we get Ugmark, who has armor. That's not very good, but that's good enough for us. Let's get rid of his troops because they suck anyway. Let's give him some start training. He cannot explore anything, right? No, he cannot. But he can buy 1 healer. That will be useful later on. Is that guy nuts? Oh, that lady. Well, you're welcome. You're insane, but you're welcome. Cannot fire on that, cannot fire on that. Can I fire on... No, I cannot. Can I fire on you? Yes, I can. Well, of course she's pulling all her heroes together because I'm attacking her castle. If that castle falls, she dies. So she has no choice but to attack me with she has. You start exploring as well. Okay, he's even pulling his archer back, which would make sense as well, because no need to were we poisoned? Okay. Maybe I should concentrate my fire on the hero. That was a mistake not to do that. Well, let's kill that thing. Oh crap, I wasn't even able to kill that thing. And he's firing magic missiles. He's a mage and he's firing magic missiles. Honestly, that is... I'm really poisoned. Now that's not nice. And you're trying to close in on me, are you? Okay, let's do an astral and shoot the guy. Why is he doing that magic mirror stuff? He's magic missile stuff. He's a ranged fighter. You should fire on me with everything you have. And he was level 18. He was that bad. Assault. Oh boy, you are a lot of dudes. These are really a lot of dudes. And high level, I mean, this is a thug, level 2, these are assassins, also level 2, they're not that bad. They know their job. Gotta leave them that. And you always must be very, very careful with assassins. Those guys are dangerous. If there wasn't evil, I would use them. Because ranged attack, good close combat attack, very, very versatile unit. Life points, range, attack, stamina. Excellent. Okay, now the question is who to beat. We'll have to take this guy and we of course drop his armor. We cannot take any items with us, that's for sure. The stats here are not really true because the stats here do not show the full real abilities because of course they're buffed by him. So range 9, you have 12 and 11. I think if I take you over it will be 8, yeah, it's not as good. Oh, but he's poison immune. Poison immune is quite important. 7, he has 8-12 in close combat. He has 7-10. 7-7-5 as defense. 5-6-8. 11, 12, 13. Well, he's doing a lot more damage in close combat, in ranged combat. I think that's more important. 7, 10, 9, 11. Yeah, we take this too. Now, yes, that's a lot of energy, 117, but it will speed up the conquest of the next chart enormously, and I have, I think, about 600 in reserve energy, and we'll get about 60, so we're actually making minus 60 this time. That's okay, that's okay. We can live with that. And we get, that's not useful, that's not useful, that's okay. That's not useful. That's okay. Oh boy. Not exactly what we were hoping for. Stenriya world shatters into shards, but contrary to your expectations, Cast wants to not assault the witch. She must have managed to divert their attention somehow. Stenriya addresses you in a voice full of sadness. Unfortunately, when I realized what a wicked trick the Wanderer played on me, it was too late. Indeed, he granted me power and immortality, but how does it feel knowing that your immortality is the key to saving the world, and that only by dying will you be able to save Eador? No, I'm not one of those heroes ready to sacrifice themselves for the greater good, but I was made a haughty martyr against my will when I was just a naive child. One way or the other, I'm destined to die, either together with Eador or in order to save it. A lonely decision, a lovely decision, right? In some ways, I'm grateful to you, Nestris, for making this choice for me. I doubt that I have the heart to sacrifice myself for the common good, and thus, at least my death won't be in vain. I will find the Wanderer and avenge you. You've given me your word, don't forget it. Right before your eyes, Stenriya's spirit transforms into something resembling a withered, translucent skeleton and burns up. Its ashes dissipate in the astral. And all of its left there is a shining scroll of preachment floating in front of you. When you touch the scroll, the strange symbols on the manuscript form into words sounding inside your mind. I have endowed this key with the power of self-protection by trying it to the life of a mortal. The key grants her power and immortality, therefore I'm certain she will fight for it as if it were her own life. Well, actually it is. The Wanderer. A whirlpool of symbols surrounds you, carrying you into the Eador's distant past, and you see the world is engulfed in darkness. There is no sun. Is there a sun here? Only the crimson gleams of the ever-blazing chaos are reflected, of the shadows shards shattered in the dark abyss. The boundaries of chaos are teeming with activity. Hungry horde of dark creatures is roaming the astral, bringing down one shard after another into the ocean of chaos. Suddenly there is a bright flash. For a second an intolerable bright light blinds you, and you can see nothing. When the light fades, and you see the sun has reappeared in the heart of Eador, the shards are now rotating around it. The dark creatures are still trying to destroy the shards of the world, but it's now much harder for them to track the parts of fermented chaos. Some unknown force seems to be holding the shards. The vision fades, and the words inscribed in the preachment sound in your mind. The next key is kept in the corridor box, guarded by 1 or by 5, depending on your method of counting. That means it's a Hydra. Unfortunately, I was unable to fulfill the Endless Will, and I am about to transform myself forever into the Guardian of Eador. I leave Magnus in charge of the keys. He is known for his love of profit, but I had no time to find a better guardian. I hope he stays true to his word. Ranu, Lord of Light. So the Wanderer is the Lord of Light? The vision remains forever burned into your memory. In addition, you have a new strange feeling inside. You don't know sure what it means. Perhaps time will tell. The more keys I find, the less I understand. Okay, Ohm knows nothing. You knows know nothing. You? No, we're not talking about the amulet, because I know what happens when you talk about the amulet. I have a question for you, Eador. No. Hey boss, wanna hear a joke? It's a pretty old one. Since I've lost your memory, there's a chance you haven't heard it. Once upon a time, demons caught a spirit and tracked him into chaos. Having brought him into the underworld, they were ready to throw him into the flames of chaos, but then the spirit yelled, "Don't kill me, I could be of use to you." "How could you be of use to us?" the head devil asked. "I will tell the other spirits that I've visited chaos and enjoyed the experience. Then the spirits will want to come for themselves. You don't have to chase them around to catch them." "Great idea," the devil noted. "Cast him into chaos." "But why? I won't be able to tell anyone anything then." "Exactly. But if you perish in the flames of chaos, everyone will think you enjoyed it so much that you've decided to stay." Can you really perish if you're an immortal? Of course, boss, everything that goes into chaos becomes a part of it. Our world is surrounded by chaos. Why is everything's part left? Ask me something else, boss. I'm not an expert in how the universe works. If chaos hasn't swallowed Eador yet, it means it can't. I guess it needs to chew our world first, so the demons act as teeth. Well, that's an interesting allegory. If the demons are the teeth, the tongue must be, that is... What do you think is the tongue? The tongue? You've got me off track. I guess I'll think later in a calmer atmosphere. What's your dearest wish? Why are you the golden fish? There is a certain legend about a golden fish that stole fishermen's wives and sunk them, the wishes, I mean, in the depths of the ocean. Fishermen deprived all wishes and yearnings become well as zombies, slaves of the sea king. What? Huh? You got me, sir. I'm the golden fish. Now I'm going to sink all your hopes and dreams. Had it not been for your memory loss, boss, I would have thought you were kidding with me. Well, finer answer. My dearest wish is to create a special machine, not an ordinary machine, but a machine. The kind that can do absolutely anything. I call it the God from the Machine. Oh. Deus Ex Machina. I've been long planning, designing. I finally drew up the schematics and began the machine's construction. I only lack a tiny detail to complete my schemes. That's the problem. At the God itself, a deity is necessary required. Even a higher spirit who would agree to fulfill the role would do. But no one agreed, as you can see. That's when I got the idea of playing poker with some of the higher beings for a wish. I'm still cursing the day that crazy idea came into my head. I take it you lost. Why do you think I'm hanging around here instead of resting my laurels? And that wish? And what wish did the deity or higher spirit make? He wished that I could save him eternally. Well, so we're playing with me. You're incredible smart, boss. With you it was. What a good thing I won, otherwise I would have been sucked into machines of yours until the last days of Eador. Anything else? Do we have any more questions? Alright, boss, let's see what we've got on offer to go ahead. Okay. He's not answering. We have a world of fear, a world of fear, and a world of sand. Holy crap, one is worse than the other. The only difference is 5 energy, 2 energy, and 8 energy. There we get the cavalry barracks, which is useless, the Shadow Guild, which is even more than useless, and the military school. But we're getting a weapon, a poleaxe. Not that bad. And some gold. It's a world of sand. That's not that bad. We'll take this one. We'll not take anything. Look at this. We'll pay 25 energy for a healer if we take him from the pool. Taking him from the last world will only cost us 12. So, good choice. Boss, can I have a word with you? What do you want, Tsar? You see, boss, I've heard rumored that the first gear wheel is kept on the very shard you're about to get your hands on. There's nothing special for mortals, just a piece of scrap metal, but it's a sort of sacred relic for the gremlins. The invention of the first gear wheel or more or less marked the day when advanced mechanics were born, and in the first day of the mechanics we loved them so much were made. You could open a respectable company or a casino in that gear wheel, and not even have to bother with advertising. The location would guarantee a steady flow of customers. Well, enough politics. Let's go down to business. If you want to manage to obtain that thingy, the gremlins would be more than grateful to you, meaning their gratitude will be expressed in more than words. Our magnets could donate a substantial portion of energy for you, or you could get, say, schematics for some building for your castle. So, do you like my idea? Sounds pretty good. What should I look for? As far as we know, the gear wheel isn't the goblin's possession. They're dwelling in some ruined tower in a province named Iron Feet, a name so lame that even you, with your tendency to lose your memory at odd times, won't forget it. How I'm supposed to think into the astral? Don't worry about that, boss. You'll get the artifact. I'll get the rest. Okay. Okay, and here we are, Goblin lands, barbarian tribes, and here are we. Well, I think the first thing we need is equipment for the warrior. We could save 15 golds by attacking. Let's buy this to get some spells. Let's take that. And then I think we should... Oh wait, Mermaid Crabshaw, Crimson Breaks, Black Morris, Gargan, I don't care. Who are we up against? Vianta. Oh, great. Now that's just fantastic. Okay, this is a world of sand. That means they are slowed down, right? And they will lose stamina even more, so my stamina breaking spell would be even more useful here. We immediately fire on that thing, because I don't want to be cast on. My warriors, my engineers would be able to scope with that, but of course our warrior might not be that lucky, and I'm not sure about this guy. Oh, he's berserking. Well, that will weaken him at last. Yeah, excellent choice. Yeah, they're expensive, these little buggers, but they're worth every penny. And they even have the stamina to fire for a prolonged time. That's good. Okay, we have iron. Now let's get that stuff. We could already build ourselves some of this. Oh, we're making minus 25 golds a turn. I think we'll have to look into that problem first. Brigands and bowmen. Yeah, our positioning is flawless as always. They are a bit many for my taste. But I'm pretty sure that our stamina thing will save us here. Actually, a world of... that's not a bad world to fight at all. I mean, look at this. Oh, we're running out of stamina. Even we run out of stamina. Okay, you rest. And you rest. You fire at the guy and you rest. No, rest. These guys are pretty amazing. Okay, our attack is miserable. I think we should build on defense. First aid is not a bad choice, and that is not working because they're imported. When you take troops from one world to the next, you're not getting anything out of it. Good. I think we stop it here. We should go for more income immediately. See you all next time. Bye.